how to run profitable deposits campaigns. All right. Before I share with you the entire strategies, I want to make sure that you're aware about the webinar that I put together on how to help community banks increase the deposit. And in this case, if you check out by going to a website called go-to-bankwebinar.com, where I share with you the entire strategy on how one community bank grew the deposit to $2.9 million in just 90 days. All right, so let's get started. So here's a question I got from Kate. All right, so she asked, well, we ran an online campaign to increase the deposit. We got lots of impressions and lots of clicks, but no impressions, but no application. Please help. And I happened to record the entire conversation to share with you.
How much did you guys spend on the HELOC campaign?
I think it was 3 months, but we didn't do the 3 months because we didn't get anything after the first month. I think for 3 months it was 14 to 16,000 for each platform, which we used NOLA.com, which was the newspaper here, and The Advocate, which is a popular newspaper here. We did only digital, and we also were included in their extended network.
So what's the total number?
Well, we didn't do the whole 3 months because, first of all, NOLA was purchased by The Advocate, so they're kind of like trying to work through their merger, and so we didn't want to place the ad and continue it when they were becoming one newspaper. So we only did 1 month. It would have been 30,000 for 12 weeks. We seemed like we got a lot of impressions and seemed like we got a lot of clicks, but we didn't get any applications.
There you go. That's the entire conversation that I have with Kate. So, what's the problem? The problem: lots of impression, lots of click, but didn't get any applications. Okay, and I want to share with you how she can turn around. So here's one campaign. Now I'm going to use the campaign, the real campaign that I ran for our client, and use that to explain the problem Kate is facing and how she can turn it around for you. Okay. All right, so this is the ad, and there's another ad that we ran for our client, wealth management client. And so if you look at this picture, so this is the chart that we extracted from the campaigns, and you can see that there are 3 boxes, 3 red boxes. And before going further, I want to explain to you about the legend, the color legend. So the blue one means the number of clicks, right? And the red one means the number of impressions, and the yellow one is the number of conversions, and the green one is the cost, right? So so what happened is that I will analyze what happened in those 3 phases of one campaign, so that you can understand why Kate did and the mistake that she's having. Before going further, if you are interested in growing deposit, you can check out the webinars that I put together for you, that I show even more details about this case, how one bank grew deposit $2.9 million in just 90 days by typing go-to-bankwebinar.com. Okay, so let's see what happens over here. So on the first box, as you can see, do you remember that what Kate mentioned earlier? Lots of impression, right? Lots of click, but 0 applications. So this is what happened. You see the red line? The red line shows that she got lots of impressions. The impression line really dominates the entire campaign from the first phase, right? At least for when the campaign starts, that's when the impressions line really took over. And if you stop right here, you are just wasting your money, and that is exactly what Kate experienced. She stopped right there in the first 90 days, and first 30 days, and she spent $10,000, right? And lots of impression, lots of click, no application, no results. So let's talk about phase number 2, right? So this is where the campaign is really adjusting itself, right? Because Google wants to spend your money because you already invested money from the first phase, and it wants to show your ad to more and more people. And as you can see, this is where your other metrics lines are, like really, develop upward trending It's all growing from the impression, the cost, the clicks, the cost. They're all growing up. They're all growing, right? So that would set up the foundation for the next step or the last phase, right here. So what happened on the last phase? There are several observations that you might want to pay attention to. Number one, let's talk about the green line, which is the cost line. You see what happened? The cost line is going down, which is great, right? Because what does that mean? That means that you are paying less and less for more results. And so besides the green line, what happened to other lines? They are all going up, aren't they? They're all going up. And that is exactly what you really want, especially on the yellow line, where you got conversions. Conversion means application, because when people fill out the forms, we put a tracking code onto the form. When they type in their username, when they leave their email address, their name into the forms, and that is where we count it as conversions. It means that we got the information, or it means that they fill out the application, whatever application that they have, and we count it as one conversion. And you can see the conversion line or the yellow line, maximized. That's when you got more results for your campaigns. That's when you can grow your deposit. And if you look at the entire campaigns, going further, you can see that our team did a fantastic job, a phenomenal job of controlling the green line or the cost line for you, right? Because you really want the cost to really go sideways, and the other metrics like the conversion, the clicks, and everything, they're going up. This is exactly what's happening right now. It is exactly what's happening. It's a huge gap between the cost and some other metrics that you need to pay attention to, your real metric, your business metrics. And as you can see, when the campaign is going toward the end, like Google is sort of greedy, right? That's why you can see the cost line go up, because Google wants to spend the entire money when the campaign is over. So that's what's happening, and that's exactly why it's such a bad idea to stop the campaign midway through, like Kate did. It's not her fault though, because it's really complex and intricate to run an online campaigns, and so that's where we spend a lot of money, like lots of years, to perfect our methodology in order to run a very, very profitable campaign for you, lower cost and more results. And one more thing, so this is the graph where we were able to beat all of the big four at their own games. Big four, I meant at least in the wealth management space. We are talking about Edward Jones, we are talking about TD Ameritrade, we're talking about Fidelity, Merrill Lynch. You see those guys? Those guys are telling off my client. We're just community bank like you. We are not. They're not big. They're just like hardworking community bank in small towns, right? Compared to those big guys, there's no way that my banks can match these guys financially or in the size as well. But we blew them out of the waters. Look at what happens, right? And it is exactly the same process that we help that our bank client grew their deposit to $2.9 million from only $66,000 of over 4,000% ROI. And that is exactly why I want to invite you to our webinars by typing into your address, go to bankwebinar.com to really see the entire strategy on how we put together. All right?